Indian IT industry at its all-time decline state? Is this an irreversible situation? Are we foreseeing 30 to 50% job cuts in next 3 to 5 years? All disruptive news in the market. Amazon is doing layoff of 30,000 people, Microsoft 4% of their workforce, TCS almost 12,000 employees.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel Cheers to Life. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, the current dynamics and happenings across Indian IT industry. So of late we have been hearing a lot of news, lot of negative news rather. None of the news is in a positive note. The decline in IT industry across the industry, all companies, irrespective of the companies, there are mass layoffs, heavy job cuts, various things, right? Various dynamics. So is this going to be an end of Indian IT industry's golden era? So Indian IT industry, as we all know, the industry which has ruled more than 2 decades. So it has immensely contributed in our social environment, our economical status, the finance situations. It has given a heavy pump towards business dynamics. So various things, right? Various industries, whether it's hospitality, real estate. So IT as an industry has indirectly contributed significant contribution towards various other spectrums. I'm sharing all these based on my experience of working in IT industry for last 2 decades. So I have started my IT journey way back 2003, the time when I finished my engineering and joined IT industry. So the dynamics, what we have seen those days and the current dynamics are entirely different. So those days, the IT's boom days, right? The IT industry came to India around 90s and 2000, early 2000. The business dynamics was entirely different. In the past as well, we have seen these kind of downfalls or temporary downfalls many times. The recessions, these kind of situations. But every time, those situations were very, very temporary or maybe time bound. But looking at the current dynamics, maybe this is an irreversible situation. Financial experts or the market experts, the specialists are talking about good 30 to 40% job cuts across IT industry in upcoming 2 to 3 years, which might be the case because obviously, definitely we all know that because of this transition, very, very new set of jobs will come in the IT industry, obviously, but that scale, the number will definitely reduce. So as we see today, right, we have about 10 lakh IT professionals in Bangalore alone, which is termed as India's IT capital. Mass scale will definitely going to reduce. That is for sure. There are various reasons for it. So obviously we have been hearing a lot of buzzwords about this new technologies, the artificial intelligence or the automation part. So a lot of things, they are contributing immensely in these kind of job cuts, various other parameters as well. Okay, the first thing, obviously, we all know the geopolitical situations across, especially the Americas. So we all know the major chunk of revenue or the money in the IT industry comes from Americas to India. Of course, we get a lot of projects from Europe and other areas, but Americas is one of the major contributor as far as the Indian IT industry's dynamics is concerned, especially the big Indian IT firms like TCS or Wipros or Infosys or these companies, right? They have a lot of US based customers or clients. So there is a very, very different geopolitical issues at the moment. We all know about it. So there's a very uncertainty, very much ambiguity in terms of the business dynamics. Remember, 2 decades before, so 2003 is the time when I did my engineering and I came to the job market in search of a job. Those days searching or getting a job was not so difficult compared to today in the IT sector for obvious reason, because Indian IT market was just getting a boom during late 90s or early 2000. So if you do, if you have a decent skills, decent communication skills, and then the engineering degree and some additional maybe some certification or courses, you will get a job. So we had seen a big trend of the call center and BPO jobs those days. So anyone who has got a very basic or decent English knowledge, they used to get a very very good jobs. Good in the sense in terms of salaries those days in call centers or the BPO sectors. But silently those industries completely vanished from the market. So what I personally feel is that the Indian IT industry also is going through a similar situation. The reason being, so those days, right, the early days of Indian IT industry boom, which is 90s and 2000, obviously. So those days, lot of jobs came to India. So most of those jobs are very, very transactional in nature. 70 to 80% of those mass scale jobs are purely transactional in nature. See, the cream layer of jobs, what we call the jobs where you really require to have your innovative skills or your creative skills. So those level of jobs, maybe the R&D kind of jobs. So those level of jobs are not that high in number in IT sector in India. My own personal experience, I don't want to mention my organization name, but the organization where I work, when I joined this organization about 10 years back, so that we used to have a team. The team size was about 100 to perform a task, certain task. Okay. Now, today, cut to 2025, after 10 years, there are a lot of activities which has been automated and the team size has been reduced to about 30 or 40. So good 50-60% reduction we have seen in last one decade itself. But having said that, the last one decade, the automation activities, last one decade, these kind of automation activity just kick-started. Now they are pacing up, really pacing up. So, everything, any transactional job, any entry-level jobs, any kind of very, monotonous routine, these kind of jobs, every opportunity, organizations are funding and focusing, spending money to automate most of those things, which will significantly reduce lot of jobs. And in the Indian IT sector, the decline in the sense, the job cuts or, the layoffs or the business decline. Obviously, we discussed about the geopolitical issues, what's happening in Americas, the global financial uncertainty situations, lot of ambiguities, the technology shift, right? We have been talking about a lot of new emerging technologies, whether it's artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, lot of new things. So maybe we are into an era where we are into that technology shift or maybe the transition, which will take good 2 to 3 years. Next 2 to 3 years will be very, very crucial. So that's when currently all those old set of jobs, most of those transactional jobs, what we have discussed, which have been automated, lot of job cuts, on trimming down all the wherever possible, right? Which is, so they think from a business aspect, they think from a profits or the cost aspects.
Of course, we are into a major transition as far as the Indian IT industry is concerned and the jobs are concerned. That might open up a very new dimensions altogether as well. Let's discuss more in upcoming videos. Please stay tuned. Until then, goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.